and I was even ready to leave the mortgage business.
Okay.
I was ready to be the guy that was anti-mortgage, as weird as that sounds.
Okay.
I started going, okay, mortgage is from the Latin word, is actually death pledge.
Okay.
And I'm like, what's a death pledge? I'm helping people get, I mean, it was bizarre where my head went with some of this stuff.
Well, when you go through a divorce and transition, like your head will go.
I was going to do a podcast about how to, I was going to be like the next, what is the guy that helps people get out of debt?
Dave Ramsey?
I was going to be like the next Dave Ramsey talking about how people pay their mortgage off instead of getting a mortgage. It was the weirdest thing. I was going through.
You had made that decision after you were like completely broke and bankrupt at the
I had
time,
even
right?
said, I'm letting go of being a mortgage guy.
Yeah.
I'm going to open it up and be like, but what it allowed me to do is realize, hey, I actually really like the people part of the mortgage business. I really fell in love with the mortgage business.
Okay.
And I started doing it because I loved it again.
Through that discovery.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
And I stopped trying to be the best father, the best husband, the best friend.
Okay.
Not even trying to be the best mortgage, but I just started doing what I loved, and it happened to still be the mortgage business.
Okay.
So I kind of fell back in love with it.
Yeah.
And what ended up happening is, people started showing up and wanted to jump on my boat.
I think that's important.
The other thing is, I had a team of like 15, and at that point I had like me and a processor. Thank God she didn't quit on me.
Yep.
And she worked in the living room of the house I rented at the time because I didn't have an office.
Yep.
I was so to go from that.
Yeah.
To, doing 600 units in 4 or 5 years. The only way I can explain that is that I went through that process before that.
Would you say that it was, I'm a true believer. And in fact, I mean, there's no question in my mind about energy, right? And how important that is and how energy flow is and, who you surround yourself by. I think that's a good opportunity for us to maybe touch on that. Those people that are part of your life now versus those people that were part of your life then, you start to, I look at it as a opportunity to transform into, the better version of yourself and who you surround yourself by, right? You're the average of the 5 people that you spend the most time of your life with, outside of your family. So who is it, you have your brothers, which are very significant in your life, and they're your business partners, right? And tell me a little bit about, not so much them, but, maybe them, but the top 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 people in your life that you spend the most time with. Tell me about them from a spiritual standpoint, from an economic standpoint. Why are they critical mass in your life right now? And it may not be your best friends, right? Some of my best friends I don't spend very much time with, but they're my brothers or my sisters, right? So,
well, I look for people who have probably gone through a similar process and are really doing what they're doing to make a difference for people.
Okay.
And it's hard to figure that out sometimes. Are people still doing it really because they're trying to be the best and trying to play into their ego like I was? Or are they just, I think of you that way. I mean, I don't think I wouldn't be sitting here with you if I felt like you had an agenda beyond making a difference for, I guess, the listener.
Yeah.
And you, as limited of a relationship we have, you made a difference for me. I mean, I can tell. So, that includes my coach. I have, a couple buddies. I don't have a really big group though.
And forgive me, your coach, is it still Ray?
He's still Rafe, yeah.
Right.
I've let him, I call it going off leash, but I've used him for a while, and then when I get to the point, that's the funny thing with a coach, when you get to the point where you know exactly what he's going to say, and you're going to come to him with the same problem you come to him for, and you know exactly, it's okay, this is time, in my opinion, what's worked for me, to go off leash for a while and go, hey, you're not going to, he's going to say the same thing, and you're not going to listen to him, so go figure it out on your own for a while, and maybe there's some dignity in that, and it works. But I've gone off leash a few times, and, but I'm back with them because I'm now trying to, I'm kind of going through that process. I talked earlier about I met these goals. Did I ever really think I'd be the number 4th lender in Austin? I always kind of wanted to do it, but I'm not sure I ever believed it, but it happened.
Yeah. And
I'm now ready for a different challenge.
Okay.
I'm not going to leave the mortgage business.
Yeah.
But I guess I've reached enough of there's something else for me out there.